So yeah, Paul, I think we do agree on a lot. Just your first example, though, about your school. I'm not sure if it's a private school. I'm assuming it's a private school. My school that I'm just graduating from in Orlando, UCF, was a state school, and it was right next to McDonnell Douglas, the defense contractor, among a couple other defense contractors also. And my school also has a huge engineering program, and it gets most of the money. It has the nicest, biggest, most modern buildings on campus, and it's probably got the most students in its program, the engineering college. And so I don't think state or government or socialist control of education is necessarily different from the private type of situation that you were talking about. Um, because the way it's set up now, we're not socialist. We're not necessarily libertarian either. We're a sort of corporate libertarianism. And there may be a distinction to be made between corporate libertarianism and personal libertarianism, at least if we're going to take away that right of the corporation to be a legal person. Um, so we have to distinguish between two different kinds of libertarianism there. A personal libertarianism just means that the people have control of their government, they have control of their money system. And that being said, of course, you still have laws and social laws and social systems to look out for the human rights that the Constitution protects, and not only that, but is humanitarian, obviously, and doesn't let people die because of bad luck. And obviously, I don't necessarily think that a personal libertarianism protected by a constitutional representative democratic government that looks out for the rights of people to life, liberty, and happiness is a bad thing, and that would necessarily lead to what you were describing. One issue where I'm sort of up in the air is whether or not, or not whether or not healthcare should be socialized. Obviously, there needs to be some kind of a common system so that everybody can get healthcare. It's just a matter of how do we institute that? How do we get business out of things that should be private, or business out of things that should be um, socialist, I guess, not private, but that involve things that all human beings have a right to have access to. Um, as far as I'd like to talk about mysticism, Paul. You made a comment that you have a sort of Merleau-Pontian mysticism. I like Merleau-Ponty. I mean, if I had to say where my mysticism comes from, it's more Buddhist, yeah. D.T. Suzuki and Alan Watts and Carl Jung. So let's talk about what you meant by beyond Buddhism. Let me know what that's all about. I'm interested.